show. You see right here, the AEW Dynamite Ring Report. A lineup of all the matches in this match card and what will be getting the matches and set. Coming up, the Radar Superstar, Edge, better known Adam Copeland, takes on the young upcoming upstart, Danny Garcia, one-on-one. We know Danny Garcia wants the TNT title match as well as Edge, who will be dropping in position to get a TNT championship match with 50 days down the road. Also, TNT championship for the World Championship. We'll hear from Samoa Joe, Swerve, Strickland, and Heyman Allen Page, and then move on to Revolution and then Chris Redman. Plus, the main event, the Texas Death Match between Orange Cassidy, the International Champion, taking on Matt Taven, as well as Dax Hardwood taking on John Moxley, another former AEW champion, and the women's champion, Tony Storm, shows her new masterpiece, Wet Ink. And we'll be here in tag action, AEW's EVPs, the Young Bucks, Matthew and Nicholas Jackson takes on Top Flight, while Scott Blue taking on Willow Nightingale. And coming up here on the Pro Wrestling Show from AEW, we hear that former AEW executive named Keith Marshall is back in AEW. Don't know what Keith Marshall is doing. And we'll hear from the WWE, Chauncey Blackheart, a women's championship match, but she got injured in the process. All this and more Pro Wrestling Show start right now. Hello everyone, welcome to this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. I'm your host as always, Kendra Dix here. Glad you enjoy us here on the Pro Wrestling Show. Join in the conversation. You never said Pro Wrestling. Connect. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe to me. Tell a friend. Call a friend. Hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing here on the Pro Wrestling Show. Join in that conversation. Pro Wrestling. All right. To it right now here on the Pro Wrestling Show, and what the AEW Dynamite Ring Report it was. Dynamite was loaded with a loaded card, and we're gonna get things started with Dynamite. We're gonna kick things off with John Moxley, the former AEW champion, was in action tonight. John Moxley was in action against Dax Harwood, and he took a beating tonight, and he took that beating up front tonight. On what he did, Mox trying to get himself back into position. I guess like these tag teams, these factions and stuff, they want to make a name for themselves. We know that the BBC has a problem with Team Mexico, and they did tonight with Team Mexico. Well, Moxley tried to do his darndest throughout the match. We know that the you see right here, FTR and the BBC attacking each other left and right throughout. After Moxley used this gunner hold choke to pin FTR. We don't know what's going on and what this lead to with these tag teams going forward. And we'll see how this is going to go between the tag teams, between FTR and the BBC heading towards that. Also, too, we're hearing reports that Tedesha wants to take on Will Ospreay one-on-one. He'll get that opportunity at Revolution. I guess they're gonna have the the Don Callis family fight each other one-on-one, and we'll see. I guess Will Ospreay gonna turn babyface and be going full-time AEW heading towards his match. But you can tell Don Callis, we don't know if he's gonna do that, but just don't make no sense. I think it would have been better if Don Callis would turn on Will Ospreay saying, "You don't come and check on me and check around." So who knows? We're expecting more action right now. The Radar Superstar Edge, better known as Adam Copeland. Edge took on Daniel Garcia. These two are jockeying in position. Who wants to be the TNT champion? Who wants to challenge Christian for his TNT championship? Well, we was going to find out. Edge did play a dominant role throughout the match. Edge trying to get the effort in across against Daniel Garcia. Edge trying to have his challenge against Daniel Garcia. Edge even tried to find ways to beat Daniel Garcia. But at the end, you can tell right here, Christian's, Nick Wang's mom, I guess Christian's new main squeeze or whatever you want to call her, she played dividends throughout the match. Low blowing Edge, giving Edge the low blow. And Christian came out there and hit the concerto at Edge, and you can tell Daniel Garcia was trying to come out there to help Edge and aid him, but it's a little too late on that. You tell right here, Nick Wayne and Luchasaurus, better known as Killswitch, now taken down, and you see right here Christian Cage standing tall over Edge, sending a message that Edge and Revolution won't win the TNT Championship. We'll see this rivalry renew again at Revolution coming forward. Well, we move on to another thing. AEW champion Samoa Joe came to the made his entrance. Samoa Joe came out there and got confronted by Swerve Strickland and um Hangman Page. We know Samoa Joe wants to be a fighting champion, he is a fighting and a powerful and dominant champion. And Samoa Joe trying to make it seem like he's gonna be the one to eviscerate Swerve and Heyman Page. Swerve and Heyman Page, all three had a confrontation, and the confrontation went wild. So we're gonna see how this is gonna play out in this triple threat match for the world title. But you can tell, will Samoa Joe keep his championship, or will one of these two men Swerve or Heyman Page live a lifelong dream of becoming champion? That's the only question. Well, move on to another story in the ranks that Timeless Tony Storm. She's having problems with Deanna Perrazzo. Tony Storm, a 1950s housewife. Tony Storm came out there and revealed her new tattoo that she had done, and I think Tony Storm making it clear that she'll do what anything possible to rid Deanna Perrazzo of becoming her, of winning the women's championship one way or another. So we'll see how this is going to play out eventually between the two. So we'll see how this is going to go. But Tony Storm has been impressive sort of lately with her abilities and stuff of getting everything done and now becoming the women's champion. She has a threat of her best friend Deanna Perrazzo in her corner. But speaking of threats, the new the AEW EVPs, Nicholas and Mac Jackson, has a problem and want to earn their way into the tag team rankings, but they take on the young upcoming team of Top Flight. Top Flight want to be the next tag team champion. They could be future tag team champions down the road, but the EVPs holds the power and holds the cards. The EVPs now in their bloody attire. They won did when Sting won the tag team championship with Darby. The EVPs, the Young Bucks, decided to take it to Top Flight, Darius and Dante, and take them down and stuff. Darius and Dante really didn't have no chance tonight. Even the EVPs, the Young Bucks, Nicholas and Matt Jackson, pinned Darius and Dante with ease as they did. But we can tell you this right now that the EVP is gonna have their hands full. They even interviewed Tony Schiavone, and we thought that they were gonna do this to Tony Schiavone. They were about to take down Tony Schiavone, and Tony Schiavone, thank God, Darby Allin came out there and saved Tony Schiavone. Tony Schiavone was gonna be victim of another maneuver. Thank God. And then Darby Allin issued the challenge that him and Sting want to take on the Young Bucks for the tag team championships, as the Young Bucks have been on a mission statement and said something earlier tonight about mission statement about they're not the same EVPs that begin AEW. They all about the money and all about the contracts, which they are. But it would have worked in their favor. To be honest with you, the Young Bucks would have worked in their favor if they would have placated the CM Punk role what they did backstage with the backstage politics. But they didn't want to do that. They wanted to do things their way. So they want to have a match against Darby Allin and Sting. They'll get that match at Revolution for the tag team championships. The AVW EVPs will take on Sting and Darby Allin for the World Tag Team Championships at Revolution. So we'll see that match head up. Also, too, we Willow Nightingale was in action. She took on Sky Blue. Willow Nightingale could be a future AEW Women's Champion down the road. Willow picking up more wins and more victories. Willow could be the one to do it. So we'll see how Willow did and stuff. So good for Willow winning her match tonight. Also, too, Warlow was in action in a quick match as well. Warlow, Warlow, uh, won his match against a jobber, and you can tell Adam Cole playing dividends into what he needed to do for Warlow later on and stuff, and how that was going to go and stuff. So we'll see how that's going to go and how that's going to be and stuff. Also, too, was the main event. The main event of the night was for the international championship as Orange Cassidy with the international champion Orange Cassidy defending the championship against one half of the Ring Honor Tag Team Champions Matt Taven in the Texas Death Match. And you can tell right there the Texas Death Match is that with the Texas Death as well. And it was grazing, just hardcore rules. Everything goes for the international title. You see right here, they had Valentine's Day stuff. Even the Valentine's Day hearts was covered in thumbtacks and stuff. And you can tell right there. Matt Taven took a brutal batter beating tonight. So we see that as well going and stuff. But Orange Cassidy picked up the win. Orange Cassidy retains his international championship the way he did with his help with his friends and stuff. Orange Cassidy will meet um, Roger Strong for the international championship at Revolution. So Revolution coming to be a match that we'll see coming forward. That ends the AEW Dynamite Ring Report. Let's move over to Wrestling Hot Topics. On Wrestling Hot Topics, let's get to this right here. Matt Kemp, we just found out, longtime host of The Bump, Matt Kemp has been released. I couldn't believe it. I was shocked. I'm like, Matt Kemp, who's been a fixture on WWE television for the last 5 years, now gone. I mean, Matt Kemp, if I'm AEW, TNA or something, I would like to get Matt Kemp as an analyst or something, like a sports analyst or something. I mean, this is crazy. And he was good at his role in WWE The Bump. They just got rid of him. I mean, he'll find some work, but if I'm AEW, I will grab him and use him as an analyst or something about what's going on. He was good at breaking down matches, point by point. But I get that saying we don't need you. How they go. Also, too, it's Valentine's Day in the air. A lot of WWE superstars got together. Tell right here, Go of Vice wishing everybody Valentine's Day, showing skin and showing almost you know what. Also, to the happy couple of Charlotte Flair and Andrade, wishing everyone a happy Valentine's Day as well. Charlotte and Andrade, yeah, Charlotte, about to bust out, as well as Cody Rhodes and Brandi Rhodes. Cody almost close to finishing his story. He will get a chance at WrestleMania to right the wrongs that would happen to him last year. This is the time. Also, speaking of that, Maurice, who recently announced that she's going through a rare form of cancer. Miz showing her love as well. Miz and Maurice as well. Yeah, so we see Miz and Maurice as well. Speaking of that, Shotzi Blackheart announced that she was in a women's championship match against Laura Valkyrie, I meant to say. But she blew out her knee and she's expected to miss a couple of months. We know she was scheduled to be in the Women's Elimination Chamber last champ Battle Royal. She won't be able to, so she's been replaced by who? But she's injured, so we wish her the best of luck. Also, to the Good Brothers, they're part of the Good Brothers. also part of NXT. The Good Brothers now part of NXT, tagging everyone, I guess, until the main roster needs them. So Gallows and Anderson down to NXT now, waiting for the AJ of $10 needs them. You know how that go. Speaking of that, a big surprise right there. QT Marshall is back with AEW. QT Marshall, he left AEW earlier this year. Now he's returned back to the company. He thought that someone would want him, but now in a non-wrestling role. So QT Marshall back, and I guess AEW as an executive. I guess he should. I guess they said don't quit to burn bridges, and then quit to burn bridges and stuff. So we see that for QT Marshall. Also, too, we're hearing reports about TNA, about the power struggle was going on between Anthem and TNA, former TNA president Scott D'Amore. We heard that Scott D'Amore wanted an increase in production, an increase of bringing in new stars, and Impact wasn't interested in that. So, you know how that goes for Impact Wrestling. So Impact, we're hearing that Impact wants TNA under Scott D'Amore wanted to bring TNA Invention Hammerstein Ballroom, but Impact saying that was just too much for them. The parent coming Anthem. I mean, look at it like this. If you want your company to grow, it can't be in-house. You got to get out there and grow. And I think with Impact, it ain't going to work for them. And I hopefully somebody buys Impact and maybe they like, you know what, a real wealthy investor or something say, you know what, Impact got good stars and good roster. They just need to get more exposure elsewhere. I think they'll probably get more exposure somewhere else. Like they did way back in the day on Spike or Paramount, whatever the hell you want to call it now, or Fox or something. So hopefully, we'll see what this is gonna lead to and stuff. All right, that's gonna do it for the Pro Wrestling Show for the AEW Dynamite Ring Report. We found out a lot on the road to Revolution. So for me being Kendra Dix, saying thank you for watching. We'll see you this Friday for the SmackDown Ring Report.